Welcome to the Time of the Screen Squad. Like always, I'm Vinny,
I'm Ozzy.
And
and on this Cinco de Mayo episode, we're talking about the whitest movie on the planet, The Fall Guy. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we are recording this on Cinco de Mayo. We're not doing anything. At least I'm not. But we
No, I
are.
can't.
I will talk about The Fall Guy.
I did my celebrating on the 4th.
last night
Mm.
during the
May the
during the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
It's
Fall
a good
Guy.
fight, by the way.
Yeah, it was better than all of his other fights. I'm
It was a
glad
good
he
fight,
knocked.
Munguia.
I'm glad he knocked down Munguia. Knocked him down. I'm glad Munguia lost.
I like him. He's a
I don't like
seems
him.
like a good kid.
No, he's very conceited.
I mean, don't you have to be like
Mhm.
on the big stage?
But you shouldn't
You
be
have to be.
conceited. You shouldn't be conceited before you become a real big famous fighter.
He had a good record. Anyways, the Fall Guy.
Had The Fall Guy. So
It's a sequel to 500 Days of Summer, right?
yeah, that's what it is. The
Which
Fall
is
Guy.
which is a sequel to Spring Awakenings.
Are we talking about the show or the movie?
I have no idea what this guy's talking about at this point. He's just speaking
And then
random.
the prequel is Winter Wonderland,
What?
I don't know what he's talking about.
because fall, summer.
Oh.
It's high level. It's high level comedy. High level
Mm.
comedy. Sorry,
It's
we didn't
highbrow,
understand.
highbrow, very highbrow.
It's kind of hard to follow like this movie.
Yeah. No, it's not. This movie's not hard to follow. This movie's very straightforward. The Fall Guy. It's a stuntman Mike in his own movie, right? Stuntman. It's
Stuntman's masturbatory dream.
it's a stuntman. It's an ode to the stuntman. I love the stuntman kind of movie. It's
Mm.
you have a Hollywood stunt guy, Cole Seaver, played by Ryan Gosling. And he's the stunt double for a famous actor, Tom Ryder, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Mm.
You mean Kick-Ass?
At the beginning of the movie, he gets severely hurt, right, and ends up quitting being a stuntman. He's in. There you go. So yeah, you have Cole, and Jude and Jody, Cole and Jody. Colt and Jody. They have this whole romance at the beginning of the movie, but because of his accident, he becomes distant and is not. He really just ends up breaking up with her and breaking her heart. A year later,
He
Colt
ghosts her, bro. He ghosts
yeah, pretty much he goes her, and then he breaks her heart. Then a year later, he gets called by Gail. She's a producer on Jody's first movie, a big budget, like apparently going to be a giant
Sci-fi
blockbuster movie
Mm.
that she's directing, that's starring Tom Ryder. And they call Colt. They tell him, "Hey, we need you as a stunt guy. She asked for you personally. Let's bring you in." And this is where the story really kicks off, right? It kicks off with him meeting Jody again, getting back on the saddle after getting hurt as a stuntman, and kind of now there's a second side story where Gail actually asks him to check on Tom,
Mhm.
and that leads him to like this murder mystery thing. So there's like three different movies if you think about it, 3 different movies happening at the same time. There's Metal Storm, which is that the movie within a movie. Then there's the Colt and Jody love story, which is another thing. And then there's this murder mystery that's happening on the other side that not everyone knows. It only Colt is happening. Is like in the middle of.
The whole movie within a movie thing
Mhm.
reminds me of that John Cusack movie with Catherine Zeta-Jones and Julia Roberts, which got America's Sweethearts.
Why?
I don't think I've ever seen that. Why does it remind you of that?
Because it's a movie within a movie.
So was Tropic Thunder.
They're making a movie. Yeah, that's true.
Tropic Thunder was a movie within a movie.
Why did I go to that one then? I don't know why.
I don't know. Because of
It's
Catherine
you and your
Zeta-Jones.
rom-coms, that's why.
Because Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I love me
Hey.
some Catherine Zeta-Jones.
No, but this movie has like it's three
She's
different.
the reason
three
Michael
different
Douglas has cancer.
There's
All right.
There's 3
That's what he
different
said.
plots.
That's what he said.
Why you just quoting quotes? There's three different
It's a quote
plots in this
within a
movie.
quote.
Within a quote, it's Inception. It's Inception. So you have three different plots going in this movie. You have the love story, you have the metal storm story, and then you have this murder mystery story, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed the whole movie. It's a big mix of all this stuff. What the only thing that brought me down was the amount that they stretch out certain conversations. Certain conversations could have been edited down to be a lot smoother. It's just it's the conversation with this, like we talked about, like it's a split screen. The split screen that they have between Jody and Colt, that went on too long. That just went on too long. And then it takes a long time to get to the action, right? The action sequences are really good in this movie, right?
Mm.
But again, it's a movie that's happening. That's its own movie happening on this side, and then there's
Miami Vice
this other movie
team.
happening over here, right? There's a lot of things happening everywhere in this movie. But I will say that Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt's chemistry in this movie is really what saves a lot of it. Right? It's really what saves a lot of this movie. It's you coming in. Or can sound like a stupid premise, but they pull it off. They pull off this movie. The movie is a lot of fun because of Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling has found his voice in these comedies, coming from like, was it what The Nice Guys? We talked about The Nice Guys.
Yeah.
Coming from that movie, he's really coming into his own with being able to do more comedy.
Well, I'm glad he's able to do more big budget stuff, because for a while there, when he started off with like being a big name with Notebook and stuff like that, he did like little indie films like Lars and the Real Girl, which was a really good movie. Weird, really good movie though. And he just he came back to a mainstream and just found his niche. He found his niche. He found his like I can walk around shirtless like an asshole, showing off his abs. Which you know what? Fuck you.
Good for him
Yeah.
though. Good for him. He worked out. That's fine.
Whatever.
Yay.
I get it. You know what abs are.
I have abs too.
Under my
I
fat.
have a reverse
There are
turtle shell.
layers and layers
Mhm.
and layers.
I wear my turtle shell in front, so
That's right.
I got protect the organs.
But he did he and then the way the fact that they decided to put Emily Blunt and him together, again, it works. The movie works because of them, right? It's really, that's the heart of the story. But the villains aren't bad either. Everyone really is doing a really good job of what they have, right?
Yeah.
So was it Hannah Weddingham playing the producer
Gail
playing
Meyer.
producer Gail, and then you have Aaron Taylor Johnson playing Tom Ryder. Technically, spoiler
Who's
territory, right? The
also
villains of
ripped.
the movie, right? The villains
Also
of the movie.
ripped.
Yeah, and that's another thing, that whole twist, that the reason why he was called in, and you know why he was called to work on this movie, and that it turns out that, you know, from the trailers, they don't really, like, from the trailer that I saw, it didn't give away, you know, who the actual villain was or what happens. I like kind of the twist that they did. I enjoyed it. It was at a certain point, because it wasn't predictable. That's the thing. It's not predictable who the villain is until it happens. And I really did like it from the stunts. And again, I come from, you know, back in, you know, when we started watching action movies, it's practical effects, right?
And I come from the land down under.
Right. Actual falls, you know, actual, like, Jackie,
Guys,
like watching Jackie Chan when I was younger, doing all of his own stunts and falling, you know, to
Jackie
Brie
Chan
Larson doing all of her own stunts, right?
yeah, that's right.
I'm right. Her
Mhm.
and Tom Elizabeth Cruz.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's for sure. It's like you like I enjoyed kind of what they did. And again, this is loosely based, has to be loosely based on the TV show from the 80s. That's what they said, right? It's loosely based on it. I don't know if I've never seen
Has
the show, so
nothing to
I
do
don't
with
really
like
know.
just the name, and he's a stunt guy. Because the show, Lee Majors plays a stunt guy, but he's also a bounty hunter. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's where it's different. All this is just about a stunt guy that gets embroiled in a
Yeah.
murder plot.
Yeah, but I
Right.
like the fact that a stuntman turned director made this movie.
Well, yeah, but he also, you know what else he made,
It
right?
feels like it
He
makes
made
sense.
He made Deadpool 2. He made Money Train. or Money?
Mhm.
Was it Money? Not Money Train.
Bullet Train.
No, Money-
Bullet Train.
Bullet Train. Bullet Train. Bullet Train. Right? He did Bullet
Money
Train
Train's a phenomenal movie
with Brad Pitt. Gross.
with Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes.
And America's Sweetheart, J-Lo.
J Lo.
Yeah. Jennifer Lopez. You know.
That was her then.
Yeah. What is she now?
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
Call back. Swish.
This is me.
No, but see, the one thing about this movie, The Fall Guy, the music is really good. Like the music choices that they made by having Kiss's "I Was Made for Loving You" throughout this whole movie, right? And different ways it was played. I really enjoyed that. I like that song, and it really did work in this movie, right? It really worked in
The
this movie.
little Miami theme, Miami Vice.
The
theme
Miami,
song,
yeah. And again, this comes back
song.
because a lot of people don't remember that back early 90s, Universal, before they had the Waterworld stunt show, it was the Miami Vice stunt show.
Mhm.
That's right.
Right. I believe there's still a family videotape where it was recorded, and we have parts of the Miami Vice stunt show again
Mhm.
prior to Miami Vice.
Copyrights. You know.
What copyrights? We don't have nothing. No, but yeah, we like, I remember, like, see, so people who like are of our age, we know about the Miami Vice stunt show because it's just something that was ingrained, not especially here in California before Waterworld.
Yeah.
Our age. You're crazy. I'm young. I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, because of the Universal
I'm a fish out of water.
Yeah, because
Fish out of water.
But see, I enjoy all the little pieces that this movie had. The relationship between him and
Are you
M'Baku.
drinking coconut water?
Wow. Nice segue. Nice segue to our sponsor, water.
Kirkland coconut water.
Drink it because
At
your
your
body
local
needs
Costco.
water. No, but I like the relationship between Colt and M'Baku, right? Winston Duke, right? That's Winston. Yeah, Winston Duke. Even that relationship as him being the stunt boss, right? The head of the stunt crew. All the relationships within the movie, even the girl, like we said the girl from what was that, the movie we talked about? She was no, not Zapped. We'll get to that with the post-credit scene. But what is her from the trip where they go to Korea or China?
Joyride.
Oh yeah, the girl from Joyride, right? Her being in it, she's in the movie, and it's like I enjoyed all the part, like the movie. The one thing that dragged it down, like I would have given this a really high score, but it doesn't get the best score. But I think it's an enjoyable movie. But just the fact that they spend a lot of time within that one scene with the split screen and just going over a lot of things, and if it just stretched out too long, right? And another thing about this movie, it's not like cameo heavy.
If I had a nickel,
no,
you would think that a movie like this would be cameo heavy, but it's not. It's good. They did the right amount of cameos. The humor works, and I think again Ryan Gosling is really good on his timing with the humor. He really knows how to sell the humor in this movie.
Yeah, thank you, Russell Crowe.
I credit Russell Crowe for that. But it's definitely I would recommend watching this movie because it's what the beginning of the summer blockbusters coming out. It's a really well done movie. Look, David Leitch, he's a really good action director. Again, coming from a stunt guy background, he knows how to frame and do these action scenes. And I like the fact that the ending reminded me of watching an old school Jackie Chan movie, the credits, right? Because they show all the action scenes being done, they show all the stunt team, they show all that stuff, right? They didn't show for sure Ryan Gosling didn't do all of his own stunts. They show the fact that it is like a stunt team. This had to be done with a stunt team. And I thought it was a lot of fun. I think the movie just is a lot of fun overall.
I agree.
Easily.
Yeah, and if you and then when we get to the post-credit scene again, and I think this is where it's going to lose a lot of the younger crowd because they're going to old people. Like they just like mid-credit scene, you find out what actually happens to Tom Ryder at the end, and you get a cameo from Lee Majors and Zapped.
Heather Thomas.
And again, which I didn't realize it was her. We just had an episode about Zapped.
There's just a lot of hair in the way.
without even realizing it, she's in. I didn't even know she was going to be in The Fall Guy.
Yeah, that's because she was a big part of the show.
Yeah, so
I've
was
never seen the show.
Lee Majors.
Well, yeah, that's why he was. But he's the main focal point of.
Yeah,
Well, he's the one that has
the
lines.
mid-credit scene. Yeah,
He's the one that has lines. So.
the only one that says something.
She stands next to him with a ton of hair flying all over the place. You barely see her.
I just saw two old people. And I'm like, who are? I knew Lee Majors, but I didn't know who the lady was next to him. And then when you mentioned, I was like,
son a lot. I mean, there's a leather handbag next to him with a hair on it.
What's that leather hand puppet? But yeah, no. Overall, I
is that Hulk Hogan?
I think that's what's gonna lead to a lot of people like, I don't know who they are. That doesn't make sense. But that was more like I remember we were watching in the theater, and old people next to us are like, hey. So that's why I knew they knew who it was. The old people did, but I knew Lee Majors because he was in other movies. But not just that, he was in other movies.
The $6 Million Man.
Yeah, but he was in another funny movie.
Yeah.
Right? I just didn't recognize Heather Thomas. But yeah,
she really doesn't look the same.
No. It's yeah.
I'm going back to Zap. Sorry.
But I recommend watching this movie. It's a lot of fun. The chemistry, the relationship between Colt and Jody
is it worth the money to go to the theater?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Especially in Dolby. Watch this in Dolby. You get all the explosions. You get Ryan Gosling's abs on a giant screen. You get Emily Blunt looking Emily Blunty, man. Emily Blunt, dude. You guys can't sleep on Emily Blunt, bro. That's on the list. That's on the list. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, baby. She's on the list because she's like, if you saw her in Edge of Tomorrow or Live, Die, Repeat, whatever they call that movie now.
She doesn't look the same either. She doesn't look the same either.
No, but she's aged. She aged properly. I don't think she's done anything to her face.
She got a little work done on her face.
I don't think so. She looks the same. She just looks a little older. She doesn't look stretched out. She doesn't like, oh, what's going on, guys? And drink and the water comes out.
You mean like Heather Thomas?
I don't remember what she looks like. Again, she was on the screen and I didn't even realize it was her. So
I saw it. Doesn't matter.
But yeah, no, I would recommend. This is a movie you would watch in the theaters. Yeah, you could watch it at home, but I think you get the full explosion. You get the action. There's a lot of enjoyable stuff in there, and Ryan Gosling still does his Ryan Gosling acting, right? It's not just all. It's not like going to see Ryan Reynolds. He's that same character through the whole movie.
Yeah.
There's no emotion, other emotions. In this movie, there is humor, but there's also emotion, right? Like between everyone in the movie. So I think this is it's a fun movie to watch. I would highly recommend it, and check it out in theaters.
Yeah, and also while you're at it, check out that docuseries Action on Peacock. Yeah, on the cock.
On the cock. Watch it on the cock, guys. On that note, this has been Vinny.
It's Ozzy.
And
we'll see you guys next time.